Escape rooms. It's kind of exactly what it is. It's a room you have to escape from. Normally you have about 60 minutes, and solving a series of puzzles and riddles, you got a GTFO before something bad happens, depending on the storyline. You know, in any normal situation, escape room scenarios would be a total no-go for me. If you really think about it, it's Saw in real life without actually dying. The stories often revolve around something being haunted, or being kidnapped, or being detectives, or some other profession trying to figure something out. Anyways, that doesn't matter since we know it's fake. I have an unhealthy obsession with escape rooms. When you ask me, what do you want to do? Escape room! Escape room! Let's get a group together and do an escape room. But I know they're expensive, so I don't mention it that often unless I'm 100% sure an escape room is a valid option. For real though, I'm not a rich person, and when escape rooms run from like $30 to $50, I can't be going every week, even though I really want to. But I'm gonna be honest. My very first escape room was only a couple years ago, and ever since that day, I've been hooked. We did a Phantom Soldier themed one, and boy was that not the room for beginners. I don't remember the exact number, but there was like a 12% success rate, and I mean, according to the game master of our group, we got through like 90% of it, so pretty good if I do toot our own horn. But even though we did not succeed the first time, we got our revenge the following year when we did an Alice in Wonderland themed room. But the craziest escape room I've ever done was this one. It was called the Zodiac Killer. I mean, compared to other rooms, it probably isn't that bad, but to me, I was not ready for what was to come. So I did this room with some friends, and we were all brought in one by one to be handcuffed to things. One of my friends was handcuffed to a desk. While he was chilling there, two were on one rail against one wall, and me and my other friend were against the other wall. But what really got me was what I'm gonna call the deathbed. Bum bum bum! So we were trudging along, finishing the puzzles one by one, and all of a sudden we get to a point where we have to open up the bed. Yes, open the bed. Because it was like a thin mattress on top of a chest. And then when you open up the bed, we see one of those taped figures of a dead body laying there. I think one of us needs to lay in there. Hell no. So after a minute or so of us telling each other to go lay there, I ended up laying on the dead body figure. And good thing I wasn't claustrophobic, because my friends ended up shutting the top of the bed over me, and being me, I obviously panicked there for 2 seconds and decided it was not working. And when I pushed up the bed to get it open, I realized it was locked, and I was trapped in there. I'm sure it was only a couple of seconds, but it felt like a full minute to me, and a small door pops open and I scream. This scream will be important later. But oh my globs. When I roll out into the next room, I'm pretty sure my soul left my body, because it's literally a horror movie scene in there. It's a dark room, lit by a red light, and in the middle of the room was a chair with a doll sitting there. Dolls. Why does it always have to be dolls? And I was a mess. I'm sure we used up most of our hints while I was in there, because I didn't like solving the puzzles when I was alone and separated from my friends. But we got through it, so it's fine. I was definitely not scarred from that. But going back to that scream, when the door to the red room popped open, I found out that my friends were scared for me, because they said they closed the bed, heard my scream, and then it was totally silent until I talked to later. But thanks guys for worrying about me. Buy new friends like that. There was even one day we did back-to-back escape rooms because we were so obsessed. Plus they had a deal where if you did one room, you paid almost 50% less if you did another. So obviously we did that. It was a zombie one where we had to find the cure. If only finding a cure was that easy. Like, we already have the cure to the coronavirus, you just have to find it. But anyways, I wanted to talk about this room for one puzzle and one puzzle only. It wasn't even a puzzle, it was a game you had to complete. It was the one where there's a twisty line and a ring. You had to move the ring to the other side without touching the wire. This puzzle took so long to complete because apparently none of us had surgeon hands and kept hitting the side. Very frustrating. But we also completed the room successfully, so it's fine. But I also thought we were gonna get rampaged by zombies because the pre-recorded video for the story seemed like it, but whatever, I'm just paranoid from the Zodiac Killer room. But as much as I hate it, scary escape rooms are some of my favorites, even though I'm a sweaty mess anticipating anything to pop out of nowhere. But overall, I've done my share of escape rooms and I can't wait to do even more. You know, when money is more expendable.